my own IT firm, through which I offer security services for various IT companies in Pune and Mumbai region. So most of the time I spend my time at Pune or Mumbai. Being neurotherapist, I also have alternative medicine background because of the family lineage or a connection. So I'm also a practicing neurotherapist, which is a sort of an alternative medicine therapy through which a lot of diseases can be cured. So I have a mixed background where I have IT service-based experience of last more than 18 years, and also 15 years of experience in neurotherapy.
You look so young. What was the age when you started this? You look like less than 30. Was it like 15 you started?
I'm 30 plus, but yeah, I started very early. Fortunately, because of my father, I was introduced to neurotherapy. My grandfather is very famous in Maharashtra, specifically for naturopathy and nature cure practice. He's no more, but he was very famous, and I was very young at that time. I never knew his overall work. But as I was growing up, a lot of people used to come to our home, and there is a hospital which we run on very seva basis kind of a way, where we don't charge people. If they're ready to pay something, that's fine. If they don't pay, that is also fine. And that was somewhat motivation to learn other alternative medicine therapies. But I never had that kind of very strong intention to really go and do. But during my 12th standard, my father introduced me to neurotherapy, and in the summer breaks, I went there. I lived there for a few months, and I had this practical experience there. And then I continued my studies there. And later on, I started also practicing neurotherapy along with I was pursuing my IT career. Yeah.
So you are from a background of neurotherapy as well as IT.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. Yes.
What was the when you met Swamiji, or when you had a connection with Swamiji?
Yeah. So very interesting thing happened. I think before I've attended Inner Awakening in 2017, but before there is a timeline. It was something on and off. I don't know why suddenly some video popped up on my YouTube recommendation list. And I was just casually glancing. It was actually a news clip where some media persons were attacking, or rather, it was so aggressively asking Sangha devotees. I was like so surprised when I saw that video, like why these people are like specifically the way they are behaving with the other individuals. They may be from Sangha or anything. They are human beings, and the journalists, the way they were asking questions, I was surprised. And that was the first video, because I was going through while listening to the other participants sharing that what really happened in the past and how I was connected to Swamiji. So this was the first video, and that video they were showing this clipping regularly during that particular video where they were showing some clash is going on, and I didn't really understand the news, but it was something about some controversy happening, and this Sangha was being questioned. The people were on the ground were being questioned. And I remember I saw Jnanatma Swami in that video, and thereafter this they were playing Swamiji some clipping without any audio. The moment I saw that video, I deeply felt yearning, that because in that video they were actually talking about some Kundalini Shakti, and this Swamiji or this Baba is doing some sort of all pseudoscience stuff and all that. And they immediately, when they say pseudoscience, I clicked, because I know these kind of people who really denigrate all the Indic practices and anything that is connected with deeper science and meaning and spirituality of Hinduism, especially. So it triggered my, but because that was, I think, around 2010 or 2009, I don't remember exactly. But very that day when I saw Swamiji's video without any audio, I felt so deep yearning that I should go there. I don't know why. At that time, even I didn't know who he was and how I should be, how I should be able to reach. And specifically during those days when I was in college, I was pursuing my I think bachelor's and also planning for my master's in symbiosis. So at that time I didn't really had that kind of strong financial support that I've created. Usually I actually started doing this IT services kind of stuff from my 10th standard only. So I used to develop websites locally here in Nanded. Back then it was like novelty. The people used to go to Pune or Mumbai to get their websites done, and I used to provide it at a 1/4 of cost that was usually being offered at those big cities. So
Yes.
this is how I started building my own income streams way early. And but in the specifically in this graduation time, I didn't really have money to travel long distances to speak. And I was thinking how I should reach out to this Swamiji and get to understand what he is doing, because that connection was I think started there. And then I think suddenly after a few years, because of my studies, I didn't really follow much. Then there came the video of Rajiv Malhotraji, because that's the one I used to follow. I used to read his books, and he was demonstrating with the Gurukul kids that these kids can express Shaktis, and that was like another big blow to my past memory, that how can I miss this? I literally never even bothered to go back and find out how to reach out to Swamiji after having that first video, which had a kind of a mixed understanding in my head earlier. But later, this Raju Malhotraji's video with the Gurukul kids really shook me, and it was like amazing, because the kids were actually demonstrating remote vision power in that video, and that power was something even I had my own doubts, to be very honest. Even if I believed that this is possible, I heard a lot of other stories from my parents and so many other friends that there are people who just make you say anything, and then these are things that you don't find easily. You have to go to have very like these Babas are there in Himalayas only. You don't see them here in locality. So in social life. So normally that video actually triggered my this curiosity that, oh my God, this is something unique, because Rajiv Malhotra is the guy I used to trust, because he was used to he educated a lot of other people about what exactly happening with India, and what we are seeing right now, what is happening in India is actually something that he already went in very detail and exposed all the nexus and all that. So he had little bit higher trust level, I can say, because before that I really never knew about Swamiji, and then this curiosity led again something happened, and I don't know, few more years went by. And in 2017, a really depressing moment happened in my life, where my kitten I used to have, actually accidentally there was 2 kittens, they were left in my home. There were 4 or 5, but some cat gave birth, and she just she never came back actually. So we never knew that there were kittens in our home, because we have kind of a 3-story building, and they were in the corner. But my father knew, and then we thought maybe that cat is taking care of it, and we never went there, just to not get any interaction, or maybe get attacked by the cat, or maybe that kind of fear. But later, like within few days, and it was a Diwali time, I remember I came from Pune to my parents' native place Nanded during that time, and these kittens were making a lot of noise, and I just went, I had this strong reaction, like why these kittens are making so much noise. Normally they are very quiet. And then we saw that almost 2 of them died, and other 2 were like almost surviving somehow. And then I realized that mother haven't visited since last many days probably, and we have to do something. And my wife rushed, and we started feeding them, and we we revived 2 of those kittens, and there was 1 male and female. So long story short, this female kitten, they stayed with me for like for 3-4 months. They grew quite normally, naturally. We fed them with a lot of different foods and all that. But suddenly on one fine day, in I think end of the May 2000, I think 17. This kitten went out. We used to allow them to go out, and she never came back. And then I had that click that, oh my God, Rajiv Malhotra said there are people who can go and, really do the remote vision and show you where certain, if they can trace objects, they can probably even trace kittens. So that was the click, and it's so funny that I really, started really searching everyone on who is related to Swamiji and Swami Nithyananda. And then I went to Facebooks, I did all the Google searches, and I really didn't find anybody. Actually, I found few people, but when I sent them a friend request, nobody replied. So I was so depressed that somebody should talk to me and show me where that kitten is. That was that inner calling. And then when nobody replied, I decided that I should go there and find out, because that was the only thing. It shook me really after some time. After passing of my grandfather, I never had that kind of depressed kind of mental breakdown, where a kitten going out of home and never coming back was like a chapter which is not closed. And I wanted to know what happened. So then this led to me deciding, because after that I think we came back to Pune. I was still searching. Few months went by after that. In I think July, I started attending Akashic reading. Interestingly, somehow I found this.
Just one moment before you actually continue yours. So here, I would like to take it to share with all the viewers how beautifully in every one of our life. See, it is the love from Swamiji that comes into us. The moment you even get connected to Swamiji in any which way, like how Yashodanaya was sharing, just out of one video which was not even directly relevant to Swamiji. From just that one glimpse of Swamiji, continue to lead him into the next and next and next and next processes, where he was ultimately able to come and experience that oneness with Swamiji. So it's actually, if you look back now, if at that point in time, maybe you had no clue about it. But now if you actually look back at those things, that time it might all be like small happenings. But now it looks like, wow, everything has been like a Leela that was beautifully played by Swamiji, just so that I can be who I am here today. Please go ahead, Aya.
Absolutely. So it's all part of that Leela, and I can really relate with your words, Maharaj. And soon after that, I did this Akashic reading. During Akashic reading, interestingly, whenever I wanted to ask about the kitten, my turn never came. I don't know why, but then I think it was planned for me to be there in Bididi. So I understand now, but back then I was so pissed. I was said like, I must have this answer. And interestingly, when I had this kind of, feeling very relaxed, even when I'm in Akashic reading, I used to have this different questions. I was not even thinking about that kitten anymore. I was asking my own personal life questions, and those were answered a couple of times. And I was so happy that I'm getting some response. And in that, I felt that, okay, now I should go and visit this one of the program during this Akashic reading. I learned about the program that is being going to be there in the Vididi, and that was the Being Your Own Boss. Right? So I went there with my wife. We flew to Bangalore and reached Vididi somehow. We didn't have really much idea where we are going, and there was some resistance, like where we are going and how it's going to turn out to be. Because that was the first time when I convinced my wife to be there on any spiritual side of experience. So for both of us, it was quite amazing journey.
Wonderful,
we reached Bididi, we attended the program, and the very first day the curtain opened, and Swamiji was there sitting. It was first experience, and he didn't talk anything, and then curtain closed after like maybe half an hour. And they said, okay, now start manifesting powers. We were looking at each other. My wife was sitting on the other side in the ladies section. And I was like, what we are going to do? So they gave us some task and we started. At that day, before coming to Bididi, I had this very strong understanding. It was probably ego, that I am so connected to spiritual things. My wife is not something, I don't know about that. Why I came to that conclusion. I said, if I go there, I'll start manifesting powers left, right, center, that kind of attitude was there. And even before I started expressing anything, my wife started expressing power of blindfold reading.
Wow.
That was the Shakti she manifested. And I was like, oh my God, my wife started manifesting, but I'm not. So that triggered me more. It agitated me some way, in a very good way, actually. So that led me to attend another program in Bididi. So very next program we attended, that was again in that program, I think we did remote vision as a power. It was like 2 hours, 3 hours, very packed program. And a lot of people were there, more than I think 300, 400 people from various backgrounds and region, from probably even outside India. And this led me to decide, like, I have to, because in that program only I realized there is a program called Inner Awakening. And this is what led me to attending Inner Awakening in 2017.
Great.
And yeah.
Yes, Aya. So Aya, now you've been sharing your journey from like how you got connected, and then one by one. And then it led you to the Inner Awakening, and then you did the further programs. Yes. Just so that, because we're running little short on time, maybe we could you could come again, maybe the next time also, and you could continue your sharing. But would you like to, like, just to keep it short, sorry, I'm not trying to abruptly interrupt you, but we're actually running short on time. I would like to listen from you about how this entire way, right? You prepared yourself and the whole Leela happened. And then now you are here, you ask Devi Parashakti the question to Devi Parashakti, and then you receive the blessings from Devi Parashakti. Would you like to share, what would you like to share about that?
Yes, so I was so blessed. Multiple occasions I had this, I asked question in the live chat on YouTube. So on 14th, I asked 2 questions and both of them were answered by Devi. It was one was very specifically related to the kids that we wanted to manifest as a Paramashiva and Parashakti. I never even mentioned, like, I did a spelling mistake there, and it turned out to be something very different. But Devi correctly understood, and she's exactly delivered, or showered us with the exactly what we were expecting in our heads. So that was the first boon we received from the Devi. And then interestingly, on the same day, I had another question that we wanted to become Kailavasi, and if there is any chance, and if she bestows us and have Swamiji's blessings to be there, because it's, after all, everybody really wants to be with Swamiji. Even we have all the delusional ideas and understanding about life and everything, we come across this intense realization that there is nothing else apart from Swamiji, or being with Avatar himself. Yes. And that was the first reading on the 14th May. And the very next day, very interestingly, we thought maybe this is the only, probably the reading that is going to be. But Devi probably decided on that day, so many people up there and waiting for a grace and blessings. So I think very next day, another Akashic reading happened. And in that day, I was like, again, personal question related to my business. Devi blessed me with, I always had this conflict in head, whether I should do my practice, continue my practice with neurotherapy, because I am practicing without any charging anybody. It's like free service seva. And on the IT side, that's what my bread earning, business from where I earn money. So I had this doubt with what should I follow really. It both gave me somewhat satisfaction on all the levels, but I wanted Amma to, give that clarity to me. And interestingly, on that 15th April, I asked this question whether I should continue doing. It was very specific, whether I should do continue my IT service security background kind of a business venture, or I should do neurotherapy. And Amma very beautifully confirmed through the answer that I should do both. And it was also related, this was not asked. I was looking for some, securing some future. And in that, Amma revealed that I should also invest in, I should do IT service business. I should do also neurotherapy, specifically what she told. And in that she said, you also invest into gold so that you will have a blissful life. So her grace is there. And that was something I never asked. That was answered. Like, even that was something there in my mind, that where should I invest? What should be the right way of investing? Because I never invested a lot of money before. And that was such a click. that I felt really amazing that something that I not asked, and Amma addressed it very beautifully.
Wonderful, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so as Aya was sharing, that it is Devi, it's like the moment you actually relate with her and actually you have that intense seeking in you and you really want to get an answer, the moment you actually put it, you'll see that Devi responds in multiple different ways. The way she answers, and it's not that only the questions that you ask get answered, it's like what you need gets answered to you. So understand, so maybe that's a very beautiful thing that we can take from Yashodhanaya's life. And I'm sure that Yashodhanaya is wanting to share a lot more things, but because of time constraint, we'll not be able to continue it in this segment. But Yashodhanaya, I shall invite you for the next Akashic reading whenever we are having it. And I would like to hear actually a lot more from you, because I know you had a lot more of experiences and also a lot more readings from Devi Parashakti in your life. So
yes,
just to wrap it up at this point in time, what would you like to share with all our viewers, with which they can be benefited at this point in time? Just to give a brief.
Yes, so I had my days where Amma haven't answered. I had so many other questions asking to Amma, but I just really want to say everybody that all you have to be, every time when I was very casual and unclutched from what and how Amma should respond, that very moment, I think my questions were answered. So this attachment to what might be the outcome or why this is not happening, I think we should have to drop that and simply be who we are and just surrender ourselves. That's what we call with the gratitude and the surrender. It really happens just like that. And I have so many questions answered also. Even I have many questions not being answered, because I understand now in those, whenever I ask those questions, I had this kind of an attachment or an expectation that we can say, something that I was taking as a granted. And Devi beautifully showed me that you don't need that. Whenever I drop that resistance, that ego, probably a sort of a violence, immediately Devi answered and blessed us with amazing
Beautiful
blessings.
Yes, thank you very much, Aya, for coming on this panel. And that's a very beautiful point that you shared. The moment you dropped that idea that you need to actually get some answer, or you have to get only this answer, the moment you dropped that idea, they will manifest it. So thank you very much, Aya, for your beautiful sharing. And we'll see you again in the next sharing, where you can come and share with us the further readings, and you received multiple readings. So you can come and share your experiences with that. So thank you once again, Aya, for joining us on this panel.
Thank you so much. Nithyananda.
Nithyanam.
Nithyanam.
Yes. So I thank Jnanaprabha Aya and also Sarveshwara Maharaj for joining us on this panel, and actually joining us on this panel and helping us understand and getting the various experiences from people. So now it is time that we enter into the next segment of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, and let us all stay tuned and prepare ourselves. In this segment, we listened to the various miracles that the devotees, our beloved Swamiji, has been causing in the lives of the devotees all across the globe, and how in each and every one of their life, Swamiji is continuously manifesting, and how we can also prepare ourselves, what space we need to be in to receive Devi Parashakti's blessings in each and every one of our life. And now, please stay tuned for the further segments of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
I welcome you all. Nithyananda Paramashivam.
the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And in this segment, we're going to be looking at the various different offerings to Devi Parashakti. How is it that all of us can connect with Devi Parashakti, can receive the grace, blessings, and inculcate the deep feeling connection with Devi Parashakti? So that is what we'll be looking at in this segment. I request every one of you to come to the space of listening and be part of this beautiful segment. Offerings to Devi Parashakti. Offering is giving of a divine gift of pure love and devotion and oneness. Every offering consists of two parts. One is giving and the second is accepting. It is only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. Offering is not made out of fear or greed, but when an avatar happens, when an avatar lands, the offerings are just a purely just a part of the grand Leela that is played out for the only purpose of enlightenment. Some important cautions. Here is a beautiful Dhyana shloka which describes the form of the Divine Mother, Devi. Indhuni vashekara vanhinayanam syat pankaja varabhaya japakshara sayuktam angahima bhushana vichitravasanam syat tungamukutodvala manonmani swarupam. Moon-like face, holding Vedas on the hand, fire in the eyes with lotus flower, gracing and blessing hands, and one hand with Japamala, beautifully decorated with the jeweled ornaments, in wonderful clothes and shining big crown. Her name is Manonmani. Another beautiful description of Devi. Dhyayet Devim Trinetram Shashini Bhavadanam Vedahastan Dadanam Savye Padmam Varadamaparer Tabaye Chakshamalam Divyaira Bharane Vibhushitatanum Brahmadi Vibhujitam Devi Meva Manonmani Pratidinam Kamattadatrim Shubham. I meditate on Devi with three eyes glowing like a moon and hold Veda lotus and gracing with the blessings and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods. She showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. That is a beautiful description of Devi. In our Vedagamas, there is a very beautiful description of the gold. The gold, as you know, is offered and used in so many different ways. The gold is a divine element. It purifies anything that it touches. It's an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightenment. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse the sattva, the positive energy and thought currents into anyone who wears it, anyone who sees it or operates it in its vicinity. It is present in all the scriptures, the Vedas, Agamas, Shruti, Smriti, Itihasa, Purana. In every scripture, it is present. And it is abundantly displayed that the gold is the most auspicious and purest metal, which purifies our very being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold. Ritual feasts were offered in gold. Gold bricks were offered. And when one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold, streets having huge columns and huge arches made of gold, horses and cows dressed in gold. That is the big significance of gold that was there. The Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called the Hiranmaya, the river of gold, and this is there mentioned in the Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was called Hiranyavartini in the Atharva Veda. The gold is a supreme element and offering for gifts to the ones whom you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold, decked and adorned in gold, because it is gold that preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years to come, and it lasts forever. So the first offering to Devi Parashakti is the e-hundi. Bhakti Priya Bhakti Gamya Bhakti Vashya Bhayapaha Shambhave Sharadhe Shrare Shravanye Sharmadhayine. Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won through true devotion. She removes all fears. Whatever fear is there in our mind, in the devotee's mind, Devi removes it. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in the autumn. Here, the autumn means when our thoughts turn more and more inward towards the feeling connection with Devi. And the need for Devi worship becomes here. You can offer your gratitude to Devi Parashakti by offering your kanika, and your name shall be chanted during our puja to Devi Parashakti. So this is the e-hundi offering. The next offering is the Sankalpa chanting. The Devi Mahatmyam very beautifully says that the offering of the Sankalpa, which is the conscious resolution, blesses the person who is offering it with the fruition of all the desires and wishes that he is yearning for. And that is a $1 offering. The next offering is the Sahasranama Swarna Kasi, 75, 151 and $251 US. Nama Parayana Prita, she who likes the recitation of her various names. This is from the Lalita Sahasranama. This is the offering of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. It is very special and very unique, and it is actually an archana that is offered to Mahameru of Devi Parashakti, three-dimensional geometric representation of the cosmic consciousness. Offer a gold coin inscribed with each of the 1008 names and receive the blessings to have the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. The next offering is the Mukta Anguti. It costs $251, $501 and $750. Offer the Swarna Anguti to Devi Parashakti and receive her blessings to be showered by her love and compassion in your business, in all your career, and for you to manifest wealth and abundance in your life. The next offering is the Swarna Pushpam. It costs $600,000. The Kamik Agama describes about it and says that everything should be offered in gold. And there are hundreds of scriptural references for using gold for various rituals and various needs in the life. It is used. It involves of consecration of deities for worship, meditating on the mudras, asanas, and all of these include lotus flower, lotus leaf, lotus pericarp, petals. Ultimately, the lotus itself is a divine flower. The Shakti of Paramashiva is called as lotus. The base of Paramashiva Linga is lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also said to be lotus, which is yet to bloom. Offer the golden lotus for you to experience the state space powers of Devi Parashakti in your inner space amidst every situation in your life. The next offering is the Swarna Metti, the golden toe ring. Offer the Swarna Metti, which is the golden toe ring, to Devi Parashakti and receive her blessings for being in constant supporting you in your life in even the most difficult aspects of your life, and you having the deep feeling connection and gratitude to Devi Parashakti. The next offering is the Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry, costs $750 US. The Swarna Mangtika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully opened. The next offering that we are looking at is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. There are multiple verses that describe about the Pada Puja to Devi Parashakti. The Saundarya Lahari states that the nails have been sharpened, the nails of Devi in her feet have been sharpened by continuously being touched by the crowns of the celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. Tamogama is darkness. In this stotram, tamas is the indicator of ignorance in the minds, and the devotees, by constantly prostrating before Devi, their ignorance is removed and they attain liberation. Offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja to our beloved Swamiji to receive the grace and the blessings of him in your life. The next offering is the Vastra Seva. Offer the Vastra Seva to receive powerfulness, where you are offering the clothes to our beloved Swamiji to receive powerful protection against all evil forces in your life. So these are the various different offerings to Devi Parashakti. And every one of you, those who want to offer immediately can go over to tiny.cc/Devi-offerings and you can choose the seva that you like to offer. And those who want to manifest it, but you want to have breakthrough in your wealth, you want to accumulate the wealth, or you want to gather the wealth and do it, or you need any financial assistance, you need any technical assistance, you can fill in the form tiny.cc/Bhava Samadhi. Again, I would like to repeat, those who would like to immediately offer the sevas, offer any of these sevas that we saw, please head over to tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. And those who would like to take some time and then offer it, would like to have assistance, can go over to tiny.cc/Bhava Samadhi and make your fill in the form. Once you're done with the payment, you can go over to tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021 so that you can ask your questions to Devi Parashakti. Now, please take a few moments to go over to these forms and ask a question. We'll also be having a run through of how this can be done. Yes. Now, sorry for the technical glitch. Now, let us actually view another beautiful option through which we can offer our gratitude and receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti in each and every one of our life. So I request every one of you to head over to YouTube, and under the YouTube, you have just search for Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda, which is the official YouTube channel of Swamiji. And now I'll be sharing my screen and showing to every one of you through YouTube how we can all offer our gratitude and we can make the offerings to Devi Parashakti. So here, as you can see, this is the official YouTube channel of Swamiji, Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda. Under this, you can see the live that is going on. So go on and click the live. Yes, so here you can see the live that is going on, where the live stream of Parashakti Akashic readings is being streamed. The next what you would have to do is just scroll down. As soon as you scroll down, you'll be able to see the chat section. Under the chat section or the comment section, you can actually say something. So if you do not have a channel that is created, it will ask you to create a channel. It's a simple procedure. Just follow the steps that the Google will tell you, the YouTube will tell you, and you'll be able to create a channel. It's just a matter of few clicks. After that, you'll be eligible to actually participate in this conversation. So here you have the smiley symbol before under the say anything option, and beside it you've got the symbol of a dollar within a box. So go and click on that. There are three options that are there: super sticker, super chat, and join. Go and click on super chat details. So you can just add a credit or a debit card, fill in the details of the card, and all you have to do is click on buy. The moment you do it, you will see that the purchase is done, and what you offer will be coming as a notification on the chat section. So I'll be showing you how it would look. So as you can see here, we have Carola Zokla offering 2.29 pounds. So just like this, you will see that your name also will be highlighted about your offering. So I request every one of you who are watching this live, who are watching this channel, who are watching us live at this point in time, please take this time to offer at least just $1. Please take the time to offer at least $1 so that you can receive all the best blessings of Devi Parashakti in your life. So please take a few moments and whatever you can, at least $1, please make sure that you're offering it so you receive the grace and the blessings of Devi Parashakti completely in your life. Please take a few moments to do it. Yes. So while we are doing this, we're going to be having a run through of how we can offer the other sevas as well. And so now I'll be sharing with every one of us. What you'll have to do first is actually to go over to tiny.cc/BSD-offerings, and you'll actually be redirected to another page, which I'll be showing to every one of us now. So here are the offerings page. You'll be redirected to this page when you go to Devi offerings. So after that, what you have to do next is to just go over, scroll down, and opposite to the Sevas option, there's a choose an option blank box that is there. So you can choose whatever you would like to offer and just click on add to cart. Once you click on add to cart, it will be redirecting you to the checkout where you can confirm what are the offerings that you'd like to offer. And once you're sure about the quantity and the sevas that you'd like to offer, just proceed to checkout, where you can fill in the bank details and you can proceed to make the order. So here is the billing details that you'd have to fill in. And after that, you can go and click on place order. So this way you can actually offer any other seva that you'd like to do. And so I'd like to take this time for every one of you to please take a few minutes to go over and you can offer this. If you have any doubts or questions, you can always reach out to you can always put your question in the chat, or you can also, if you're in the Zoom room, You can also ask it in the Zoom chat. We have various volunteers who are there for continuously ensuring that every one of us are attended to. So if you have any doubts or questions also, you can go ahead and you can ask it. So please take a few moments to do it. I'll now be sharing the link of this page with every one of you, where you can actually offer the sevas. So this is the link. Please take a few minutes to go over to the link and offer your sevas. You can either do it through the super chat in the YouTube, or you can also offer it by going over to the payment gateway that is provided to every one of us. This is an important part of the entire Bhava Samadhi Darshan, so that we can experience Devi Parashakti in our life. Please take a few moments to do it.
ஏவா வந்து உட்காருங்கடா. டைம் ஆச்சு, வந்து உட்காருடி.
Parashakti, simply those prayers become reality, and the relationship between you and that cosmic being is built. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a spiritual treat. Enjoy. Spiritual feast. Enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities, in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
One or two times have Ganapati Darshan, Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan. By third time, fourth time you will see every prayer you are asking those beings, Ganapati or Venkateshwara or Subramanya or Parashakti. Simply those prayers become reality, and the relationship between you and that cosmic beings built. I tell you, each Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a spiritual treat. Enjoy. Spiritual feast. Enjoy. Don't miss it. Never miss a Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Enjoy Paramashivoham, which is introducing and making you cognize the cosmic principles and cosmic beings. The state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities, in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent
Sorry for the technical glitch. Extremely sorry for the technical glitch. We'll now go over how you can post your questions to Devi Parashakti, post your prayers, boons, requests, Devi Parashakti through our various social media platforms. The first is through YouTube. In YouTube, all you need to do is find the live stream of today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, which you may already be viewing. Scroll a little bit down and you'll find the join option. And so it is through the join option you can become a member, and once you become a member, only members will be eligible to use the live chat section, which is right here in the right hand side. And now it is open for all, but it will be closed off only for members during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, when the Akashic readings are going on. So be sure to become a member through the join button right here. You can just click the button and subscribe and become a member to the Supreme Fund of Hinduism's official YouTube channel. Once you become a member, you'll be eligible to use the live chat section. And so this is how you can post your prayers, comments, boons, whatever you want to convey to Devi Parashakti. It is through this you can convey them on YouTube. And on Facebook, it is a similar process. Find the official Facebook page of the Supreme Fund of Hinduism, which is Kailasa's SPH JGM Nithyananda Paramashivam. Like and follow the Supreme Fund of Hinduism on his Facebook page. And if you scroll a little bit down, it will usually be the first post. It will be the live stream of today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, both on Facebook and on YouTube. Our Bhava Samadhi Darshan is being live streamed. So all you need to do is find the live stream of today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, and in the comment section post whatever prayers, boons, and blessings you want from Devi Parashakti. In Twitter and Instagram, it's a similar process. Find the official handle of the Supreme Fund of Hinduism on Instagram and Twitter. On Twitter, it is @Sri Nithyananda, and on Instagram, it is Sri Nithyananda as well. Follow the Supreme Fund of Hinduism on his official Twitter handle, and post your questions in the comment section of the post regarding today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Regarding today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, there will be a tweet in Twitter. All you need to do is find that tweet, which will usually be at the top of the page. And with the hashtags Ask the Avatar, you can post whatever prayers, boons, and requests you have for Devi Parashakti. You can post them with the hashtag Ask the Avatar in the comment section of the tweet regarding today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan. In Instagram, again follow Sri Nithyananda on Instagram, which is the official handle for the Supreme Fund of Hinduism, and post whatever questions, blessings, boons you want to ask to the Supreme Fund of Hinduism. Post them in the social media post regarding today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, which is happening right now. Be sure you find the correct Bhava Samadhi Darshan post and post your questions, comments, everything there in that post. So this is how you can post your questions, prayers, boons, whatever you want to offer to Devi Parashakti. It is through these ways you can post on a various social media platforms. And if you do not have access to any social media in your country or in your place wherever you're staying, you can also visit our website kailasa.org. And once you open our website, in the bottom left-hand corner, there is a small WhatsApp chat box through which you can post whatever questions, prayers, boons you have for Devi Parashakti. You can post it through that chat box. So that is how you can post your questions and prayers to Devi Parashakti. You have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and if none of them work, you can post them through directly the website as well. So please take a few minutes, go ahead and you can visit your social media platforms and post whatever questions or prayers you have for Devi Parashakti. You can go ahead and take a few minutes and post them now. Nithyananda, everyone. So now we're going to be entering to the next segment of today's program, which is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Prepare ourselves to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasrintanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramasham, as he comes and graces us with the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Devi Parashakti. So the first part of this segment is dressing up as Devi to manifest oneness. And if you're with us here earlier during the power manifestation session, we discussed one of the fundamental principles in Vedic tradition in Hinduism, which is in Hinduism we teach that you are already divine. You just need to manifest it. You need to realize it. We do not teach that you need to become the divine. You already are. And to experience that and to make that cognition, make that powerful cognition a reality in your life, all you need to do now is extremely very simple. You just need to go ahead, take a few minutes, spend some time and dress up like Devi. To manifest oneness, manifest that space of oneness with Devi Parashakti. It's an extremely simple exercise and extremely simple process, but is extremely powerful at the same time as well. To experience and realize that we are one with Devi, dressing up like Devi is the very first step. Once you have dressed up as Devi Parashakti and come and sit in the Nayana Diksha of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, when he is in the Bhava Samadhi of Devi Parashakti, naturally through the mirroring of neurons, Devi's energy, the brain activity which is happening in the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as he is in the Bhava Samadhi of Devi Parashakti, will mirror in us as well. So please do take some time to dress up as Devi Parashakti and allow the manifestation of Devi's oneness experience for us to experience the same space that we are Devi as well. All that to happen through just by dressing up as Devi and coming and sitting in the Nayana Diksha with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now, in Hinduism, one of the first and major things which we do in any ritualistic offering, in any puja, in any worship, if you notice in Hinduism, after every Prana Pratishtha is a science of bringing down the higher energies to the Bhuloka, to the planet Earth. And whenever a Prana Pratishtha is done, the first ritualistic offering which is made to them is the offering of the Naivedya. And so, as Devi is landing in the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to grace and bless all of us, the most auspicious thing you can offer is these few offerings. The most auspicious offering which you can make is the offering of Naivedya. And so we have some of the Naivedyams which are mentioned here, which you can offer to Devi Parashakti and which is highly recommended. The first is the offering of the sweet pongal, tamarind rice, curd rice, murukku, appam, adirasam, pal payasam, vada and laddu. So all of these are traditional South Indian dishes and are very auspicious when offered to Devi Parashakti. Again, in the Agamas, in Kamika Agama especially, it is mentioned again and again that the first offering should be made after the Prana Pratishtha, when the divine lands down in the Bhuloka, is the offering of Naivedya. So please do take some more time and prepare any one of these Naivedyams for Devi Parashakti. Here we have a Shastra Pramana from the Malini Vijayottara Tantra, 60th verse. Kathanat Shakti Padatva Yadha Padavalokanat Prasadat Swaguro Samyak Prapyate Paramam Padam. By the enlightening teachings of the Guru, by the Shakti Pada, the graceful transmission of the spiritual powers from the Guru, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, or by the complete loving favor of the Guru Prasada, the ultimate goal and space, Paramapadam, is attained. This is taken from the Malini Vijayottara Tantra, 60th verse.
So Bhava Samadhi Darshan is not an event in space and time. Rather, Darshan happens at the moment when we are lifted out of space and time. So during Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar.
Bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through meditation on the avatar. Here we have a beautiful video where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expands on the science of mirroring neurons.
Yes. The brain neurons mirror, activate, and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing and without the physical act of imitation.
That is, our entire body, silently and without movement, recreates what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar.
The science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan knows no distance, a phenomenon modern science is just discovering and terms as quantum tunneling.
Our thoughts per second reduces significantly and we relax into the space beyond thoughtlessness, becoming mentally at ease in coexisting dimensions, beyond duality. We and the divine become one, unconditioned by the parameters of time and space. It is the probability of a quantum particle, like an electron, with less kinetic energy to cross over the potential energy of an energy barrier. For example, an electron acts both as a wave and as a particle. So imagine a scenario. What happens when the electron with less kinetic energy is approaching a hill? Will the electron be able to cross over the potential energy, the peak of the hill? As a particle, the electron will require an extreme amount of kinetic energy to cross over the potential energy of the hill. Otherwise, it will roll back. However, if the electron particle is not in the form of a particle but is in the form as a wave instead, the electron has the ability to pass through by propagating itself through the hill and going to the other side.
That is the science behind quantum tunneling. This same science is imposed on people who witness the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. This is because our neurons are able to mirror the neurons of divine immediately. Through quantum tunneling, we are able to travel through the divine energy and mirror the exact same neurons.
Science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. When Bhagavan Sri Krishna once saw his extraordinary sweetness reflected in the jeweled wall, he was amazed and said, "How unprecedented and astonishing is this deep and indescribable sweetness of mine. Alas, when I see it, even I become greedy to enjoy its sweetness, just like Radhika. When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. After due consideration, I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika."
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the science of NIJA manifesting Paramashiva, the consciousness. Formless expresses the being of Paramashiva through Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as NIJA. Physical form, embodied form for us to experience Paramashiva.
Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Devi Rajeshwari and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form of Devi Meenakshi.
Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses through being of Subramanya and manifests as Nijavatar, physical form Bhagavan Muruga.
Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses through the being of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Bhagavan Parandama expresses being of Mahavishnu and manifests as Nijavatar, physical form Bhagavan Venkateshwara.
The Archavatara reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the superconscious energy, but human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatara directly. The avatar comes down to bridge the gap and create the experience of superconscious energy inside all of us.
When we have the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of the NIJA avatar, manifesting beings of various dimensions of Paramashiva, the auspicious components and the powerfulness of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened in us.
Dimensions of Paramashiva manifesting in the Nijavatara for us to experience the same is the science behind the Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
Yes. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the direct experience of causelessness. During Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our being comes alive and celebrates with the energy wave of existence.
Our very muscles learn to imbibe and radiate Paramashiva. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand.
Even without much effort from our side, our very biomemory awakens to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
To have the glimpse of having darshan of an avatar, cleansing the karmas of a lifetime, create a deep and lasting transformation inside of us.
Gratitude enables the reflection of consciousness on all levels: physical, psychological, and ultimately conscious level. Darshan, meditation as well as a preparation, helps us to fall into the space of gratitude. And it is during that time we drop conscious resolution, the Satya Sankalpa of anything we want or need in our life. Be ready to reflect the consciousness of Paramashiva. That is all you need to manifest the best of your life and lives of people around you.
So here we have the right context to receive the darshan. First powerful cognition, which we should be holding in a space while we receive and prepare ourselves to welcome Devi Parashakti, is the cognition that we are the source of everything. We are everything, and we are in the embodied form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashram, as well as in our own body. We are the source for both. Allow yourself to connect with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, with Swamiji. Allow yourself to reveal yourself to him. Let you be in the Bhava Samadhi of him. And so with this context to receive the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, let us all go ahead and prepare for the Panchopachara Puja, which is the 5 offering puja. The Panchopachara Puja is a very integral part of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And it is only when we offer the puja to the Master, when we offer the puja to Devi Parashakti, our being opens up and becomes receptive to receive the energy and receive the Bhava Samadhi, allowing the neuron mirroring to happen in us. The Panchopachara Puja is a very simple puja with most of the items being available in your Guru Puja set itself. You need some sandalwood paste, flowers, incense sticks, a lamp, and the offering of food, Naivedyam. Please take a few minutes to set up for the Panchopachara Puja, as it is a very integral part of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. It is only after offering the Panchopachara Puja, our being becomes receptive, opens up, and allows the mirroring of neurons, allows the Bhava Samadhi Darshan to happen. So please do take a few minutes and set up the Panchopachara Puja.
Yes, now it is time that we enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. Please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Let's begin. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvajitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavajitam Trigunarahitam Sadguruntam Namami.
I surrender to that Sadguru who is the eternal bliss, the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is the embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure, and unshakable, who is the silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions, who is without the three qualities called sattva, rajas, and tamas. When you make a conscious resolution in the presence of the avatar, the power of Sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality.
Om Namo Pata Samasta Duritakshaya Dwara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartam. I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins in order to please Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya, who is the God of all gods, who is the greatest of gods, the Lord of universes and multiverses, and who is the Lord of the cosmos. Sakala Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Tiro Bhava Anugrahakya Panchakritya Parayanasya,
The one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation.
Adimadhyantarhitasya Aprameya Parakramasya Tattvat Gocharasya,
The one who is the beginning, middle, and end, the one who is the immeasurable.
Akara, Ukara, Makaratmaka, Pranavatmakasya, Rishabharudasya, Mahadevasya, Kamikadi, Vatulanta, Mahatantrakya Shaivagamaswarupasya, Sakalanigamagaswarupasya, Shuddhadvaitaswarupasya, Nithyanandapadastasya, Nithyanandaswarupasya, Shuddha Satchidananda Vigrahasya, Rupa Rupatitasya, Sakala Nishkala Swarupasya, Nitya Niranjana Ramaya Nirvikar Akhandadi Visheshanasya, Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta, Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya, Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta, Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya, Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya, Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Prityartam. Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adhya Brahmanaha Vidiyaparahe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvatamanmanthare Ashtavimshatitame Nityayuge Prathame Pade Jambudvipe Bharatavarshe Bharatakhande Meroho Dakshine Parshve Shakaphe Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Prabhavadinam Shashtyaha Samvatsaranam Madhye शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभदितौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकर्ण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभदितौ. During this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called the Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharata, in the Indian subcontinent called Bharatavarsha, Bharadakanda, in the southern side of the Mount Meru, in the Shaka era, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of the 60 years, which is in practice, of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, on the auspicious Sthiti, on the auspicious day, on the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga, auspicious Karana, and during such an auspicious moment, Adi Kailase, Kalpavrikshasya Adaha, Nithyananda Nagare, Smrta Smrtanam, Muktidhayake, Mahakshetre, Namadheyasya, Namnyaha, Chayajamananam, Avayo, Sakutumbhanam, Bandhuvarganam, Dayadivarganam, Mitravarganam, Sodaravarganam, Samesham.
For all those who are participants, hosts and me, with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers and everyone.
सर्वाभीष्ट सिद्ध्यर्थम सर्वमंगल अवाप्त्यर्थम उत्तरोत्तर अनवच्छिन्न स्थिर लक्ष्मी प्राप्त्यर्थम.
Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity and wealth.
कुटुंबे सर्वेषां सर्वाभीष्ट सिद्ध्यर्थम चिंतित मनोरथ अवाप्त्यर्थम.
Let the family always be of all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled.
समेषाम् आदिव्याधि निवृत्त्यर्थं समेषां शिरादिपादपर्यन्तं विद्यमानानां समेषु अंगेषु जनित जनिष्यमान सकलविध नानाविध रोगाणां व्यपोहार्थं तद्वारा अरोगदृढगात्रतावपुः सिद्ध्यर्थं.
Let all chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, handsome and graceful body be obtained.
समेषां परैः कर्तृभिश्च कृत करिष्यमान सकलविध मंत्रतंत्र यंत्र विषचूर्ण अभिचार स्तंभन मारन उच्चाटन विद्वेषण वशीकरणादि मंत्रिका प्रयोगेभ्यः रक्षान प्राप्त्यर्थं तद्वारा समेषां सर्वाभीष्ट सिद्ध्यर्थं.
Let protection be obtained from all the evil effects of the acts performed by people either in the past or yet to be performed in the future through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous spells, employing spells for malevolent purposes like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting and diarrhea, upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning, hypnotizing, etc.
अपमृत्यु दोष निवृत्त्यर्थं काल मृत्यु अकाल मृत्यु दुर्मृत्यु निवृत्त्यर्थं.
Let all the doshas, ill effects related to death like destined death, unnatural death, fatal death be removed.
समेषाम् अंतर्दृष्टि बहिर्दृष्टि क्रूर दृष्टि व्यापार दृष्टि अनुकूल दृष्टि प्रतिकूल दृष्टि इत्यादि सकलविध दृष्ट दोष निवृत्त्यर्थं.
Let all the effects of heavy lies from known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty-filled eyes, heavy lies of business enemies, effects of heavy lies of people who may project as if they are our well-wishers, and the effects of the heavy lies of the people who are against our well-being be removed.
समेषाम् अंतःशत्रु बहिःशत्रु क्रूरशत्रु व्यापारशत्रु अनुकूलशत्रु प्रतिकूलशत्रु इत्यादि सकलविध शत्रुबाध निवृत्त्यर्थम.
Let all the effects of our inner enemies and outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good, and enemies who work against our well-being be removed.
समेषां मात्रशापाधि सकलविध शापानां व्यपोहार्थम.
Let the effects of all the curses right from the mother be removed.
अनादि आदिव्यासनया प्रवर्तमाने अस्मिन् महति संसार चक्रे विचित्रभिः कर्मगतिभिः विचित्रासु योनिषु पुनः पुनः अनेकदा जनित्वा.
From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our action, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange.
केनापि पुण्यकर्म विशेषेण भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य अपरमितया कृपया इदानीन्तन मनुष्यजन्म प्राप्तवताम्.
Yet, due to some good action, with the extreme and immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body.
समेषाम् इह जन्मनि पूर्वजन्मनि जन्म जन्मान्तरेषु सर्वैः कृतानां शिवनिन्दा देवी निन्दा गुरुनिन्दा दोषव्यपोहार्थं शिवापराध देव्यापराध गुरुवपराध दोषव्यपोहार्थं.
Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth or in any of the births be removed. Any kinds of crimes, offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed.
ब्रह्महत्या सुरापान स्वर्णस्तेय गुरुतल्पगमान तत्संसर्गाख्य पंचमापातकादि समस्त पाप व्यतिकारार्थम.
Let the 5 great sins like killing a brahmana, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, one's own mother, elder sister, and other such motherly figures, and associating with those people who have committed one or the other above mentioned sins be removed.
अपि च सर्वैः बाल्ये वयसि कौमारे यौवने वार्धक्ये च.
Let all the karmic effects of action done as a child, adolescent, youth, and as an old age person.
जागृत स्वप्न सुषुप्ति अवस्थासु.
Let all the karmic effects of action done in the wakeful, dream and sleep state.
कर्मेन्द्रिय ज्ञानेन्द्रिय व्यापारैः संभावितानां रहस्यकृतानां प्रकाशकृतानां.
Let all the sins done through karmendriyas, the 5 organs which perform actions like speech, hands, feet, excreting and reproductive organs, and jnanendriyas, the 5 organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin.
अतिपातकानां उपपातकानां संकलीकरणानां मलिनीकरणानां अपात्रीकरणानां जातिभ्रंशकानां प्रकृतिमितानां एवं नवानां नवविधानां बहूनां बहुविधानां सर्वेषां पापानां सद्यः. Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sins like raping a woman, unjustifiable sins, sins of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 types of sins and 9 types of sins and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly. अपनो धनद्वन्द्वारा समस्त मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थम शिव भक्ति देवी भक्ति गुरु भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिवत्व परमशिव शक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम. Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all the auspiciousness. Let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti and Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva and powers of Paramashiva be obtained. कुटुम्बे सर्वदा सर्वमङ्गलप्राप्त्यर्थम् अन्योन्य प्रेमाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् पूर्णत्वसिद्ध्यर्थम् सर्वापनिवृत्त्यर्थम्.
Let the whole family always be showered with all the auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all the people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed.
Shipra arogyavapriyartham ayurabhivriddhyartham.
Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed.
Vyapare udyoge cha sarvajnana vashikaranartham तद्वारा उन्नतोन्नतस्थान प्राप्त्यर्थम बहुदान सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थम ग्रह कनक पशुपुत्र पौत्र धनधान्य सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थम आदित्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां दोषपीड निवारणार्थम आदित्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां अनुकूल्यता सिद्ध्यर्थम.
Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed, and let the auspiciousness be bestowed by the grace of all the 9 planets.
भूम्यांतरिक्षे विद्यमान भूत प्रेत पिशाच राक्षस ब्रह्मराक्षस वेताल कूष्मांड ढाकिनी शाकिनी इत्यादि सर्वारिष्ट निवारणार्थम मनोव्याकुलता निवारणार्थम प्रारब्धे कर्माणि करिष्यमाणे कर्माणि आदिदैविक आदिभौतिक आध्यात्मिक विघ्न निवारणार्थम समस्त निवारणार्थम धनलक्ष्मी धान्यलक्ष्मी संतानलक्ष्मी सौभाग्यलक्ष्मी विद्यालक्ष्मी शौर्यलक्ष्मी वीरलक्ष्मी विजयलक्ष्मी इत्यादि अष्टलक्ष्मी परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम परीक्षासु उन्नत स्थाने विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम सर्व विद्या पारंगत सिद्ध्यर्थम मेधाशक्ति ग्रहण शक्ति अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम इत्यादि सकल विद सन्मंगलानि गुरु कृपा कटाक्षेन प्राप्त्यर्थम.
By the grace of the Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon.
श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशांत श्यामला पीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वर भिन्न स्वरूप परशिव पुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमन्य तुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्तृ श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काहलादि समस्त बिरदा बाल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती. The one adorned by the quadrangular palanquin made of pearl, received by the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by musical instruments, umbrella, chamaram, the sacred symbols of worship, etc., adorned by the hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment and the science of enlightenment, and has been accepted by all the kings as the supreme ruler. सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमत कलभ केशरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहार ध्वजो छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमत् ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी भागेश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिना अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित नित्यानंद पीठ कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि शील साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटलपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्त्र श्री अटलपीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंशत् गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वर श्री ज्ञान संबंध देश परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यानाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम समस्त मंगल दुरितोपशांत्यर्थम समस्त मंगल अवाप्यर्थम भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वर प्रसादेन सकुटुंबस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम च श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूतस्य सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य च ध्यान षोडशोपचार सर्वोपचार अर्चनाराधन पूजा प्रार्थनं करिष्ये। ओम आनंदगंधनिलयाय नमः। ओम भवरोगभेषजाय नमः। ओम कल्पतरवे नमः। ओम पशुपतये नमः। ओम पाशविमोचकाय नमः। ओम ईप्सितफलदायकाय नमः। ओम भाग्यवृत्तिपरिवर्तकाय नमः। ओम आदिव्याधिविनाशकाय नमः। ओम समस्तकल्याणगुणान्विताय नमः। ओम विडदिपुरीशाय नमः। ओम श्रीकैलासपतये नमः। ओम शिवशक्त्यात्मैकस्वरूपाय नमः। ओम ह्रीं नित्यानन्दाय नमः। ओम हां हौं शिवाय नमः। ओम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। ओम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वर श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ओम नित्यानंदम। It is now time that we enter into the meditation for the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. I request every one of you, please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Remember Devi Parashakti and just sit with a deep space of gratitude to receive the grace and the blessings of Devi Parashakti in each and every one of our lives. Sit straight, close your eyes, sit with a deep feeling connection towards Devi Parashakti. sit with the intense healing connection to Devi Parashakti.